Hello everyone. In today's video we are going to talk about one of the famous imagism poem. This is Just to Say, written by American poet William Carlos Williams in 1934. This poem is a perfect example of the imagist movement. Imagism focused on using clear, sharp language to create a single precise picture in the reader's mind. And the poem is formatted to look like a simple everyday note left on a kitchen table or refrigerator, elevating a mundane moment into art. तो बहुत ही सिंपलिस्टिक पोएम है और इमेजिज्म इफ़ आई क्लैरिफाई इट तो ये एक सिंपल टाइप का राइटिंग स्ट्रक्चर है जिसमें कोई राइमिंग स्कीम नहीं होती है और दिस इज़ ईजी टू राइट और किसी तरह का इसमें रिदम नहीं बनाने की ज़रूरत है. सो दीज आर वेरी सिंपलिस्टिक आर्ट form which is written in the poems. So here is the full text of it. So friend, let us learn the poem line by line. So I have eaten. So this line says the poem begins with a direct and simple confession. The poet here is confessing what he has done. What has he done? He has eaten something and there is no preamble or excuse of it. The speaker is starting a fact that action has been already taken. So here the poet has eaten something. So the next line says, what has been eaten? It's a plum. The object of the action is specified. It's not just fruit, but it's a plum. This makes the image more concrete, more clearer. And plums are often associated with sweetness, juicy and deep, rich color, a very sensual fruit. Now the next line reveals that were in the ice box. It talks about the location, right? So these lines gives us the location and ice box. It's an old term of a refrigerator, right? So which means the ice box is a refrigerator. It's a place where the things are kept and preserved for later. This detail subtly implies that the plums were not meant to be eaten right then, since it has been kept in the icebox, which means this may be consumed later. So this setting is clearly a domestic one, likely a shared home. And which this continues the sentence from the first stanza, connecting the act of eating the plums to their intended purpose. You were probably. So this is a very crucial phase. मतलब we can say that it has some relationship. Probably it reveals the nature of relationship between the speaker and you, which means someone else had kept those plums in a ice box, right? And here is it's a kind of intimate guess of the purpose of it. So which means it was preserved for some purpose here. It was saving for a breakfast, which means what was the purpose of it? These plums, here the speaker acknowledges the transgression. The plums had a purpose. They were being saved for specific future meal. By eating them, the speaker has disrupted the other person's plan. Whose plan? The person who has preserved these plums in the refrigerator. This elevates the simple act of eating into something that has a consequence for someone else. So next line says, forgive me. It's an apology. It is direct, just like the confession. However, its placement after the full admission gives it a unique tone. It doesn't come first, full of regret. It comes after the fact has been laid out, which means the entire thing has been spoken. Plum has been eaten. It was preserved for some specific purpose. But now, here the poet says, asking for an apology. They were delicious. This is just a justification, but it's not a logical excuse. It is purely sensory one. The speaker isn't saying, I was starving, but rather they were irresistible, they were tasty. And these lines begins to shift the poem's tone from one simple apology to one of sly unapologetic pleasure. So sweet and so cold. These two lines are pure sensory detail. The speaker lingers on the memory of the experience. So it says sweet and the cold. Sweet, it talks about the taste. Cold, it talks about the temperature from the housebox. It creates a sharp, vivid, and refreshing image. The pleasure of eating the plums is described so powerfully that it almost overwhelms the apology. So here the matters is the taste, the pleasure, the one who is getting by consuming them. The poem ends not with the regret but with a memory of intense pleasure. So here we conclude this poem. So it is very short and simple poem to understand, and this reflects imagism very clearly in the poem. So I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, please hit the bell icon for the notification of the next upcoming video. And if you like the video, please subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you very much. Till then, take care. Goodbye.